You're watching Western Xtreme.
Yeah, one of the reasons I guide and really interested in the management and everything is I get to hunt every day, spot every day, check animals out. The people coming in, you know, we have a lot of families, fathers and sons come in here, which makes it really special. A lot of times it's a first animal for a son, things like that. So it's really nice to be involved in those types of situations.
You know, I'm not much of a track hunter, and we spent 43 days in Africa. Wow. In April and May, and I'm just amazed at the trackers over there. And every time I go over to Africa, I come back with a bunch of things I've learned. Right. You know, and I start noticing things that I normally wouldn't pay attention to here in the elk woods. But it's funny because here is I think a cow track, and you can tell that I think because the hips on a cow are wider than a bull, and so her back footprints will be on the outside slightly or in line, where a bull track will be, his back two hooves will be a little bit inside. Right. Have you noticed that?
Mm-hmm. Like you said, with Africa, you're still talking about an area where people are still surviving off the ground, you know, and yeah. We've lost a lot of that because we can go to the supermarket for, yeah. But the stuff we get out here is a lot better, right?
Yeah, exactly. A little leaner. This is like a naturally fed spring then. Yeah. This comes right up out of the rock.
Yep.
These, you know, this just has so much evidence of everything. There's elk tracks. Yeah. Right there. Got a couple of buffalo track over here. Good concentrated spots. It'd be hard to set up a blind in here though, kind of with the way the wind's swirling around. Yeah. Probably just try to do a little spot and stock and then come back here in a couple of days if we haven't capitalized on our plan, huh?
Yeah.
Well, this is a cool place, man. Really neat place. Now this is great evidence right here.
Oh yeah.
I mean, dung, you can learn so much from dung. Have you ever tasted one?
I've tried not to.
Really? What do you call these in South Dakota? Smart pills?
Yeah, they're smart pills.
You eat one and you get smarter?
That's right. Yeah.
Here, $10.
Yeah, no, that's all right. I don't need money that bad.
If I shoot the elk in the right spot, will you eat one?
No.
No. Come on, man. You try one, I'll try one.
That's
anything for outdoor television. Okay, this is it. This is real. I am going to eat my very first elk turd. That's gross.
How was the copper content?
It tasted like grass. Our plan was to try to get up high in elevation, and then we would just try to stay as high as we could and work these little finger draws in and out of there, in and amongst the trees, and try to locate the elk. And so I was still cow calling, and I had a few bulls that were still responsive. I got a half chuckle out of one, I got a bugle out of another one, just at the end of the cycle here. And so that helped us locate them. We finally got on these bulls that were out in the open, and we just worked ourselves right along the timber line.
Even though the bulls are feeding up the valley, they're too far out. All Jim can do is wait, hoping one will change direction and start toward his position. They decide they'll have to double back and work their way down a little finger ridge that will hopefully put them in range.
We got a bull spotted, and he's kind of bedded on top of a little ridge, so I think we're going to try to make the wind right and see if we can just, you know, add enough cow talking to make him curious enough to come take a look and get stuck.
Yep.
What do you think?
Sounds right. I think we can go down through here, and we'll have plenty of cover with the wind come in over the top of them.
Yeah.
Get the shot.
I'm following you, man.
You all right?
Elk. Elk. Elk.
At the top, Jim spots one of the bull's antlers, well within shooting range. The bull starts to move on. They manage to work around without being detected. He tries to get an arrow knocked and get into position to shoot. hears the movement and runs off.
Oh, bummer. Got it. Blew out of there. The wind was in the wrong direction, and we snuck in here and we had cows on top of the hill. If the cows weren't here and the wind was blowing a little longer, we would have had about a 30-40 yard shot right here. He was at 34 yards right here. I mean, I watched him go over the next county before he stopped, like an elk will do. You know, you blow them out of a location, they don't ever come back again, which was unfortunate because that was a nice bull and definitely one I would have taken.
Close to the final moments of a world-class elk hunt when Western Xtreme continues.